This is Carl at National RV Detroit. I'm going to walk you through this 2017 Palomino Puma XLE. And the model number is, let's see here, 25 FBC. So I'm just going to show you some of the features and how they work. This is not a floor plan video, it's just a how-to. Okay, so obviously you've got outside speakers, most of the usual stuff. You have this is your hitch head and shank. This is a Husky centerline weight distribution hitch with built-in sway control. So we'll show you how that operates when you come to pick up your trailer. Okay, you have regular crank down stabilizers. You can use a drill with a 3/4 inch 6-point socket if you choose. Power tongue jack, 2 LP tanks full, and a deep cycle marine battery. And there's a kill switch right there for the battery if you need to disconnect it. This is your power cord. Well, actually this one has a power cord. Yeah, so this is your power cord, and this is your dump hose. Okay, we're just running off battery right now because we're away from the building. These are your main dump valves here. You got your black valve, which is toilet water and waste, your gray, which is sink and shower water. So keep that in mind. You can dump it right there. Generally people dump the they'll dump the black first and then use the gray water to kind of clear it out. This is your 30 amp plug here to plug in your power cord. This is a fresh water fill. Now it's most commonly, let's walk around over here, see where I missed it, if I can see where I missed it. Okay, well, let me go back this way. Okay, right up here, I didn't even see it. So this is the fresh water hookup right here. So that's the most common way to get water to the trailer. You're just going to hook this city water up and turn it on and you're all set. Now if you're camping someplace that doesn't have plumbing on the campsite, you can pre-fill your fresh water tank right here and then use the onboard pump to pump it. Everything will work as though you had city water, but you'll be pumping from the tank. Okay, this is just an outside sprayer slash sour for, you know, kids and dogs and feet and bicycles, whatever you have. This is the condensation drain for the refrigerator, so you always leave that hose hanging out. This is your water heater here. Okay, so let me show you what we have here. The thing to know about this is this works on gas, and the switches are inside, but this is where you would where you drain it right here. So it takes an inch and a 16th 6-point socket. So when you need to drain it, that's where you're going to drain it at. Okay, let me see if I can put this back on here. Bear with me. Okay, these are obviously vents for your garage area. Cable and satellite through, and then this is your back door. Now we'll show you how the door works and everything when you pick up. We're not going to go into that now, but we'll go through that with you when you come to pick up your trailer. Okay, you have dual axles, which is a good thing, of course, especially when you're hauling your stuff with you, your four-wheelers and your dirt bikes or whatever you have. Okay, so let's see what we've got here. Okay, so obviously the TV works like any other TV. The thing to remember is this is the signal booster for the digital antenna. See how it's green right now? It should always be green if you're using the antenna. Now you can shut it off, but you won't get a good picture. So anytime you're using the antenna, you want this signal booster to be on like that. You just have a disc player plus radio, pretty typical, and remotes for the TV and the radio. Let me see where we're at here. Yeah, you can stream off USB with this. It's got AM, FM radio, all the usual stuff. Okay, so over here, this device here is the power converter. So what this does, this converts AC to DC power. So when you're plugged in, you have 110 AC right here. And this is also your distribution here, your circuit breaker. So you got regular household type circuit breakers like you see at home, and they're labeled. Then the power is converted to 12 volt DC on this side. You got 12 volt fuses and they're labeled. These two 40s here, if you can see that, are the masters. If you ever have a wild lightning strike or power surge in the left and the 12 volt side goes out, always check these, because else you should have been stopped right here with one or both of these. So keep in mind, you don't have to look all over the place. Always start here. Okay. Now, if these fuses will actually glow if they blow. You'll see them glowing through this tinted plastic here. Also, this is a battery tender, so as long as you're plugged in, it's going to be sending 12 volts to your battery and keeping your battery charged up too. All right. Okay. While we're down here, this device here is your LP carbon monoxide detector. It should always be green, right? If it's not green, get it serviced, because it's important, obviously. Your refrigerator is a gas absorption refrigerator. It's very simple, on and off. You're going to use auto, I don't know if you can see that, but auto's lit up right now. Auto's what you want, because what it does, it automatically seeks out electricity, regular AC electricity, and then it will run off of it. But let's say you lose power at the campground and you're away on an adventure somewhere, it'll sense that and it'll automatically switch over to gas and light it on gas. Therefore, you won't spoil your food. Now, you can push the gas button and just run it dedicated on gas, but if you use auto, you'll end up with that anyway. Okay, so that's the best way to do it. The only other thing to know about this is the thermistor right here. This is how you turn up the temperature. Basically, the higher you go with this, like it says on the sticker here, the higher you go with it, the cooler it gets in here. So keep in mind, the thermistor is a cylinder on the end of this wire, and this thing's just a clip that holds it. So if it ever pulls loose or anything, you just tuck it back in and clip it back on the fin. Okay, so up is cooler. All right. Now we don't have the gas turned on now, so I'll just talk you through this. Excuse my camera work as always. So you have a sparker right here. Then you got 3 burners and 3 knobs. So you're just gonna turn it to light and then spark it by turning this clockwise, and it'll light. Now the oven is a little different. You need a grill lighter, I think. Let me see. Yeah, you need a long neck grill lighter for this one. So what you're going to do is you'll go to pilot and then depress it. Keep it depressed. Then you light the pilot light, which is all the way to the back there at the bottom. You see it back there. Light that. Once the flame lights, you hold it in for another 10 seconds to heat up the thermocouple, and then you go to operating temperature. When you shut it off, obviously the flame goes out, but so does the pilot light. So you have to relight the pilot light each time you use the oven. Okay. This is a fan and a light. Your microwave works like any other microwave. Okay. These are your levels here. So to turn on the pump, you just turn it like this till it lights up. So that's if you're pumping out of your fresh water tank because you don't have city water, that's where you would turn the pump on. That pump's also used for winterizing the trailer. To light your gas heater, you go like this. Always make sure there's water in the heater before you turn it on. You tell that by hooking up city water. Then you'll turn on your hot faucet, and if it's empty, air will come out, and eventually some more water will start spitting out. Eventually you'll get solid water. That's when you know that it's full. Okay, and then you can check your battery and all your levels right here. The lights light up by 1/3 increments, so that's pretty typical of trailers. Now this one has a bed lift. We're going to show you that when you pick up. So you can move this bed up and down. Obviously these couches fold up and out of the way or down into another bed, so you can actually have 2 beds back here. You can pretty much get it completely out of the way when you're bringing in your stuff, your bikes or 4-wheelers, whatever. This is an analog thermostat. It's pretty self-explanatory. Try to always leave the fan on auto. That's the best way to run it. Okay, sink and shower work like any other sink and shower. The toilet is an RV toilet, so the black tank is directly below. This is your flush right here. So when you come to the campground, you hook up your power and your water. You'll come in here. You'll dump 1 dose of chemical in the bowl. Then you'll pull the flush lever forward and let about 1 gallon of water goes in. So you use 1 dose of chemical, and at least a gallon of water in the black tank, then you're all set, ready to use it. You never use it dry. If you use it dry, the smell will be overwhelming, and it also can get clogged up. So you always want chemical and water in it before you start using it. This is your remote for your ceiling fan. This one looks like it's got a lot of features on it. It's also, I think, 4-speed, so you can operate that from here. The fan is good, you know, if you got a bunch of people over, it's the time of year that you get condensation from your breath, for example. You can just turn that fan on low and it'll suck it right out. You'll never have an issue with it. Also, I'll run it with the shower also to pull the humidity out. Okay, so this is all self-explanatory here also. You have a TV here, of course. Underneath the bed there's some storage, but that's pretty much it right there. This is your antenna. You can spin it by turning that knob so it rotates, so you can tune in, fine-tune it if you need to. Okay? Alright, so another thing to know is the manufacturer states that you should inspect your roof every 90 days. So you really want to send somebody up there or go up there yourself, look around, make sure there's no cracking or separation. Make sure none of the roof attachments or roofing material was damaged by low branches or road debris flying up there, something like that. So that's important. So, first of all, thanks for buying your trailer here at National RV Detroit. Second of all, remember to inspect your roof 90 days. And always make sure there's water. The reason I repeat this is because people sometimes will run the water heater without water in it, thinking there is, and damage it. So always make sure there's water in the water heater before you turn it on. Okay? Thank you very much.